All right. So the question is, do you have any insight on the Steemit drama going on now? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So I just actually today I just listened to the podcast from Laura Shin from Forbes. Not sure if she still works with Forbes, but the Unchained podcast or Unconfirmed podcast, whichever one it is, where they had somebody from CoinDesk who covered the whole fiasco with Steemit and Justin Sun and Tron. So just to kind of recap, obviously I'm not really a Steemit expert, but the issue at hand is Justin Sun purchased Steemit, which is a company that is probably the largest contributor or developer for the Steemit blockchain and ecosystem. Now, Steemit is a blockchain that's decentralized, supposedly, in nature, meaning that nobody really controls it. But similar to how you have Bitcoin and the Bitcoin Foundation, and how you have Ethereum and the Ethereum Foundation, with Steemit, you can have any entity that can come along and contribute to their blockchain because it's open source. So, but Steemit, the company, is the largest contributor, and they own a large amount of tokens. So they had this almost handshake deal with the ecosystem, the Steemit community, that they would not use their tokens or cryptocurrency, Steem, for voting. So that way they couldn't just be a whale who would just kind of unfairly vote for whatever they need. And then they go along, Ned, the founder of Steemit, I believe, sells, he basically cashes out. He sells the company to Justin Sun of Tron, who comes in and says, hey, all right, this is a great social media platform. For those who don't know, Steemit is kind of like a cross between Medium and Reddit, where you can publish content and vote on it. And people who write content on there earn the cryptocurrency Steem in exchange, which is kind of a way to get paid for creating content. So he wants to get that and integrate that into the Tron ecosystem. Tron is the blockchain protocol that Justin Sun and his team own. So they've been buying different companies out there in social media. They bought, I think, DLive and some others. So they think social media is the way to make the Tron protocol get bigger, because they got video, now they have Steemit. And when that happened, Steem is a delegated proof of stake blockchain, meaning that it's not fully decentralized. So as opposed to Bitcoin, that where anybody in Bitcoin can be a miner, anybody in Ethereum can mine, they delegate. You can only have X amount of people on their blockchain that have the right to vote and make decisions. It's kind of like having a Congress. So they delegate. I'm not sure what the exact number is. Maybe somebody can let me know in the comments below. But I think they had like 22. I think it took like 22 people. Because once the Steemit community saw that Justin Sun bought Steemit, they thought that he was going to try to integrate that into Tron and basically mess everything up. So my understanding is the community got together, and it took a very few amount of people. So they have what they call witnesses, which is basically people that have large amounts of Steem that can make decisions. So these are the people that have been nominated or delegated to represent the Steemit community. So they had, I think, about 22 people or so who then come in and did a soft fork, basically boxing out Justin Sun and the Steemit cryptocurrency and their stake, so that they couldn't make any changes for the time being on the Steem blockchain. So Justin Sun must have been pissed off, because if he just bought Steemit, and he's like, why are you guys going to, what he calls, hack my crypto? Because now his crypto couldn't be used to make changes, because he thought he legally purchased the crypto and owned it from purchasing Steemit. So why can he not vote with what is legally his? And from a legal perspective, yes, it does make sense, right? I mean, it was kind of like almost a coup, because the community didn't really want to, I guess, work together with. Well, actually, I'll take that back. They wanted to they did the soft fork to wait until a meeting they were supposed to have, I think later in March or sometime in the future with Justin to hear him out before they would really kind of give him back access to whatever. But Justin Sun then says, you know what, man, this is legally mine. And obviously Justin Sun is famous, influential. So he gets into cahoots with exchanges. So he obviously owns Poloniex because they also bought that as well. Then he reaches out to Binance and Huobi and tells them, hey, I was hacked. Make this upgrade on the Steemit blockchain. And the upgrade is basically kicking out all the other witnesses to then use the Steem on exchanges on Huobi, Binance, and Poloniex to vote and people he wants to delegate as witnesses. And the community did not like this at all. And then CZ has been on Twitter apologizing, and so have some other exchanges as well saying, hey, they didn't know this was happening, so they're gonna unstake the Steem or take away their vote. But the issue is taking away the vote takes 13 weeks, I believe, because I think you can only unstake, like, because once you put up your Steem to vote, it's basically locked up, and you can only stake like every week or so. So it will take the exchanges up to, I think, 13 weeks for them to fully get their customers' Steem that they used to vote back to unvote. So anyway, it's chaos basically. So what is my take on that? I mean, I think it's drama, but I think the main issue at hand is delegated proof of stake is being roasted online. I mean, because lots of other projects have delegated proof of stake. So this same thing could happen where whales come in and do something that the community doesn't like, and then they really have to now fight with the community. Because with Steem, it only took like 20 something witnesses to really dominate and take over the blockchain. So EOS has the same issue. I mean, even MetaHash has the same issue as well. But I think the main thing to look at is what is the cost? How much capital does it need for somebody to get a controlling share, or to have a large enough share to be able to vote for whatever they want? Because with Bitcoin, it's fully decentralized, and I mean, it's hard to attack Bitcoin. But as we're getting into proof of stake protocols and blockchains, this is something that has to really be thought of, especially those that have a delegated or finite amount of people, whether it's block producers with EOS or with Steemit. I think delegated proof of stake is definitely on the fire. My take is it might not last as in its current form. I think it has to evolve to show better governance for issues like this that could arise in the future. But yeah, I mean, that's my take. I know it's kind of rambling, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Anybody here holding Steemit?